where we are at now. So we're 12 miles out of Reading. We thought 35 miles for the first day would be easy, but it's not a very flat track. But it's bumpy, but it's not hilly, so I think we'll be fine. We have come across some really fabulous bridges, and so you've got all these bridges and you've got all these locks as well, and it's just lovely. And there's Jason in the distance on the bridge waiting for me. It's a good example of how lovely everything is. We are gone past Newbury now, so we're well on our way. We did a little bit on the road, which is part of the route, and we made good time. Now 5 o'clock, so the sun is beginning to set. So here's the canal behind us and the cycle lane there to the left. Leaving Newbury now. Jason has bought a pump, which he's very excited about. We both thought Newbury looked very nice. And onwards and upwards. Here is a pillbox that I mentioned earlier on, right by the canal. You see Jason, and the canal, looking lovely. So yeah, you can see why they built these right next to the canal. It must be because if the Germans were ever to invade us, like WW2, and they took barging holidays, we would be able to cut them off before they got to have cream tea down the road. Let's go and see if we can get inside. So can you imagine like being Dad's army, which is what myself and Jason would be. Now we're in our 40s. Dad's army just like hanging out here with guns. Amazing, really. And back out again. Hello. It is now 7:30, so we did what we thought we would do. It was a lot of work, 35 miles, I don't mind saying. So we've got 85 tomorrow.
No, we haven't.
No?
Between 60 and 70.
Between 60 and 70, that's not so bad.
Only double what we did today.
Double what we did, but we'll have twice as much time, so I think that's doable. And so, yeah, Jason has just gone to the bar, got a couple of pints, and yeah, we're all set up.
3 stages of the route. Stage 1, Stage 2, Stage 3. Stage 1 goes from Reading to Newbury. Stage 2 goes from Newbury to Devizes. We are about a third of the way through Stage 2. We're about there, where that little red spur is there. Actually, maybe even halfway through Stage 2. So tomorrow we're going to go through Devizes, Bradford-on-Avon, Bath, potential Bale Point if our bottoms hurt too much, and then on to Bristol. So it's probably about 60 miles tomorrow.
And we've done 35 today.
Excellent. But we didn't start till 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, I know. The sun is shining, the birds are tweeting, and we are going to cycle 65 miles today, myself and Jason. We've had a good night, we've had a fried breakfast, there is a tailwind, and it's going to be a very good day. Is that good, Jason?
That's great.
So this is the route that we're doing. It is route number 4, and like wherever we go we follow these stickers, and it's just 4 all the way from Reading to Bristol. So we've been zigzagging up and downhill, but we're gagging to get back on the canals now.
Nearly at Pusey, yeah, another 2 or 3 miles and we'll be at Pusey, which is halfway. So I think we're doing pretty good.
So it's now almost 3 o'clock on day 2. Took a long time to get to Devizes, and we did lots of road work and lots of zigzag road work, lots of up and down. So the pootling that we did yesterday, that went out the window. We had a fry-up breakfast this morning, and then we had burgers at lunchtime, which was very nice, but it's a little bit heavy when you're doing lots of cycling. So we're going to stop soon and we can have a coffee, and then hopefully we'll feel better. But we're off target at the moment. Here we are in Devizes. and the sun has come out. We've had a lot of coffee and some cake, and we're both feeling a lot better. And here are the locks.
There's about 45 of them, I think. There might be more than that, 49. And it takes a boat between 5 and 6 hours to get from one end to the other end, because there are so many of them. On each one, they have to open the gate, drive in, let the water in or out, and then open the gate at the other end and drive out again.
We're feeling, how are we feeling, Jason? We're feeling much better?
Feeling pretty stoked up with coffee and cake.
Stoked up with coffee and cake. I've been to the bathroom, which is probably more information than you need to know, but there's less weight riding on these tyres now. Let's just put it that way. So that's good, and we're away from the road, which is fantastic. No zigzagging, which was a little bit soul-destroying, I've got to say. I mean, not soul-destroying, obviously I'm exaggerating, but, you know, burdensome. Okay, check that out. So we have got 14 miles to go to Bath. That is pretty good. Certainly we're going to make it to Bath in the next couple of hours. That's great. That's really good. Bradford on Avon. Nice spot. Check out the locks there. Just spoken to Polly, who has laughed in our faces because it's taken us so long to get here. And she said, "Get the train from Bath. Go to Bristol on the train." And then we said no, we were going to cycle it, and she said, "Well, I'll see you about 7:30 then, or 8 o'clock. Will it be 8 o'clock or will it be like 9 o'clock? We will see." Check this out. This is an aqueduct. So we've got like water here going across, like canal and stuff. Look down there. That is like the river below. And this is the aqueduct above. Keep going, Jace, keep going. Okay, so we made it to Bath. It's sort of 7:15, so we've got a bit to go yet. But as you can probably see, that the sun is going down, and it's really lovely. So it's getting a bit colder, but it looks great. So here's some city scenes. And yeah, Jason just said how great Bath looks. Okay, we left Bath about 10 minutes ago, and now we're on this beautifully tarmac-adden path to Bristol, 14 miles. Well, the path is straight as this and as flat as this. We'll be there in no time. And Jason has just said that it's an old railway line which was ripped up.
And it was the first one.
First one?
It was the first cycle path in the UK.
And the only one?
No.
Oh, the first cycle path ever?
In the UK, yeah.
That's dedicated just to cycles?
Yes.
So, but I mean, for me, obviously, with Dan's great interest in trains, the idea that we're scooting along somewhere that used to be a train track is fantastic. Oh, there's a train line now. Hang on. They're running parallel. There's a train line. Very nice. Nice lights up there. Very nice indeed. We're definitely cycling all the way. And we'll be there about 8, half 8, the way things are going. I've got to say, like, my arse is so sore, I can barely sit down. It really is. Like, oh, that viaducty thing, well, bridge. Look. It is just all stunningly gorgeous. But yeah, I can hardly sit down. It's very painful.
Swerving into benches, trying to get in view.
We've come across a train station, and there are just some brilliant trains here. Look, up here, there's a crane. It's a crane on a train. Look, that's just stunning. This is for Dan, really. And maybe a little bit for me as well. And then, look at that one. Littleton number 5. That's just stunning. And then we've got a train there, which is no doubt going to be done up. Very nice. Very nice indeed. And there's a Pullman carriage back there. Buffet open daily, it says on that sign. For another adventure. But yeah, real stunners. Really, really lovely. And that crane is clearly a working crane. Imagine living on a train. This is it. We've made it to Bristol. It is now 8:30, 9:15, that sort of time.
What time did you call this?
Well, yeah, you know, we didn't get the train, and we have been to the offie and got some cans, and that's Polly at the door.